I am very agitated right now. So, if you watched my last video, the only video that is available on my channel, you will know that I have been reselling for a few years now, primarily on Poshmark, and I am at the point where I want to quit and I just want to be done. I want my closet back, I want it gone. And I had mentioned at the end of that video that it might be nice to do a live show on Poshmark, just hold stuff up and let it sell for really cheap. So I went into my Poshmark closet to try to figure out how to do a live show, figuring I've been a Posh ambassador for years. I've sold over 1,000 items on the platform. I'm still whatever the good status is, even though I've only, only sold like $1,700 worth of things this year. It's not like I've sold nothing. I haven't sold anything this month, but I still have been somewhat active. I just bought something on Poshmark. And I couldn't figure it out, so I Googled it, and I realized I didn't have the function on Poshmark. So I emailed Poshmark support and said, hey, I'd really like to sell live. Can you please grant it for me since I've been a Poshmark ambassador for so long? I've sold this much, blah, blah, blah. And they said, oh, it's only available to select Poshmark users, and it's in beta testing. But if you're interested, fill out this form. This was probably around December 14th, and I'm filming this on December 22nd. So about a week. Never heard back, checked the app, couldn't find anything. So I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna go on WhatNot. WhatNot is this app that supposedly people just go live and they sell things really cheap, really easy. So WhatNot is like super rigorous. They want like the background check of everything to make sure you're actually gonna sell on the platform, to be good at it, and you know what you're doing, and you have inventory and whatever else. They want it to be like really high quality experience. And I guess it's more for collectibles if people sell clothing on there. So I filled out this really long application process, long for like something like this. Like, it's not just like you make a username and a password like Poshmark or Mercari or one of those sites. Filled out the whole thing, got approved, attended an hour-long onboarding session. The real meat and potatoes was 30 minutes, and then people asked Q&A, but I wanted to stay on so that they would approve me. About going live and everything. I'm like, cool, I'm ready to do it. So I scheduled my first live show for tonight, Thursday, and I had started uploading photos of my inventory and some other things that I came across. I actually got a bunch of new with tags Levi's from a coworker of mine. She gave them to me thinking that they would fit me, and I thought they would fit me too, but for whatever reason, I guess my size in Levi's is different from my size in every other pair of jeans I own, and 29s don't fit me. So I am stuck with all these jeans now that are these, you know, really nice new with tags jeans. It was very generous of her, so my thought was, okay, I'll add them into my WhatNot show, and I will give her a cut of that as a thank you for being so generous. And you know, she'll want to know that they're being put to good use because she's trying to clear out, and that's why she did that instead of like bringing them to Plato's or something. So I thought that'd be a nice thing to do. So I'm like hustling because understand I have worked. So this week is my last week before winter break. Today is my first day of winter break. I worked Monday at the school. I worked Tuesday, Wednesday at the school, and then at the store that I work at until 10 p.m. Today I went with my friends. I actually went to IKEA, which is super exciting, and I would love to do a separate video about what I got at IKEA. And then I came home. I'm exhausted. I still didn't sleep as much as I should have to recover, but I'm like, it's okay. I'm gonna go, you know, get some groceries. I'm gonna just do my WhatNot show and knock it out. So I think for myself, it's going to be easier to have a WhatNot show on my laptop, so I can just have it set up there and I can respond to comments more easily versus my phone. I just feel like that's easier. So I pull up, and keep in mind, like, it's not just like you can start a show and hold things up and they'll sell. That's not what you really should do. You have to create listings too, which is annoying because I already have listings. So I did the bare minimum. I put up 2 basic photos. I didn't put size. I just put really low prices, and I had about 5 people who were interested in the show, which I don't think is bad considering I have 0 followers. It's not the same as my Poshmark thing. I haven't promoted it at all. And if someone wants to buy it to resell it, if they want to do it, fine, take it. You could have a great time with that. So I go on live on the WhatNot thing. It gives me the preview on my screen. I'm looking at my laptop. My laptop's next to me. It gives me the preview of what it's going to look like. I'm like, cool. The focus looks good. It's at a good distance away. It looks very similar to how it will look on my phone. And then when I hit start the stream, it zoomed in like this, like, and there's nothing I can do to correct it. It's not my camera settings. It previews like this, like how I am now. And then when you actually hit the start, it's like this. And I can't move out of the way. I can't control it. I can't hold anything up to sell it. So someone comes in and then they leave, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just, not do it on my laptop. I'll do it on my phone. I'll hold up my phone. But it won't let me do that because I started it on here. I can't toggle between phone and laptop, which I think is so dumb. This is a thing, a website, platform, what have you, WhatNot, that had an onboarding session to tell you how great it is compared to, they didn't say it outright, but talking about how it's so easy and we really pride ourselves on being fun and a great place for sellers and buyers alike, and it's so easy. I have never had an app glitch so much when I was creating listings. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I mean, Poshmark can be glitchy at times. eBay's okay. I have a lot less experience with eBay, but Poshmark has its moments, just like every app where it's a little glitchy. This one, I mean, I would create a listing and it wouldn't even tell me it was published. It would just cycle, close out. And then I'd go back to the app and it would say that it was listed. But I never got confirmation unless I went back and checked. It would do it every time. And the cycling, just the buffering, took longer than anything listing. That was half my time trying to list. So on top of that, I was so frustrated, I was so irritated because I've been so busy this week. I work tomorrow as well. I have some plans with friends for the holidays, and then for tomorrow for the holidays, and I'm going away for the holidays on Sunday for a week, and I haven't even begun to pack because I'm like, let me just clear this out. I thought this would be a simple thing, and then, here's Kitty again. It's like he knows the camera's here. So I had about 22 items, which isn't a ton compared to what I have, but I thought it would be a good start, and I could just do it in like 30 minutes, be done, go about my life. So I'm like, well, let me try to start a new one. But the thing is, no one has been prepared for that. And when I went to go add my inventory, I saw that I only added 4 things to my store, and then there were things that I only added to the live stream, so they weren't like saved anywhere. Only the things that are added to the store, which I didn't even realize I did differently. So all the things I spent all that time inputting and buffering, I only have 4 out of like 22 available to me to put in this show. So I can't just like hit a new live stream. And I decided they have a story function, much like Instagram or Snapchat. I'm like, let me put on my story what happened for people who might be wondering, who might have saved my show. So I make a video saying I'm having technical difficulties, but here's what I had. I'm going to reschedule it, the whole 9. And it doesn't even go through. It's like a 4-part video I tried to record. It let me play it back, and then I go on to WhatNot on both my desktop and my phone, and there's no evidence of this story. Like, what the hell? I mean, this is supposed to be an app that's supposed to make things easier, and it's so frustrating because now I'm like, well, let me see if Poshmark granted my live show thing. They didn't. They did not. And so I'm trying to just clear out, and it's proving so incredibly difficult, and I just don't know why. I don't know why an app would make the option to just put things in a live stream. I guess if you didn't want your storefront, you have a storefront on WhatNot too, apparently, that people would just shop. I don't really get it. Like, why not just at least save it somewhere for people? I think it's so annoying. I'm so irritated with this whole thing. I'm also irritated because what I was wearing before, I was wearing this top. I had a different pair of pants on that I wore all day. I wore to IKEA. They were great. I got them brand new with tags from Poshmark, and I wanted to put in a video because I've done a little bit of shopping recently. And they were new with tags, avec les filles, which is, a decent brand. It's not like the most high-end, but it's not cheap either. And they were new with tags, $98, and they were $40 listed in Poshmark, and I paid with shipping, which is a good $6 and $7 in tax, about $36. So I thought it was really good. They fit perfectly. I love them. But then today, right before the WhatNot show actually, I went to the bathroom and the zipper actually came off the track on the fly after 1 day of use with the tags still on. So I don't think it's the seller's fault, but that's really irritating because part of me wants to go to Poshmark and be like, hey, if I was buying this from the store new with tags, I would go back and say I wore them for one day and I think they're defective because it came off the track and I can't fix it and they were new with tags. But I don't know that I have any recourse with Poshmark. I mean, I guess I could email them and see, but the whole thing is really irritating. I'm in a very bad mood about this, and I just really like wanted to be done as it was. But I was coming at it in my last video more from a place of like peace, and I'm just over it, and it's just the end, right? Like a piece of resolve, like, okay, a place of resolve, like, okay, it's just done, like it is what it is. Can you stop? And now I'm just irritated. I'm really irritated with everything. I'm irritated that Poshmark is so pretentious to gatekeep a feature from someone who's been on their platform for so long. Even though I haven't been the most active, it's not like I haven't logged on in months, because I don't share my closet because I don't want to be a social seller. I'm irritated that another platform thinks that they're like the best thing since sliced bread and their app doesn't even fully work on my phone, which is a Google Pixel. It's not obsolete. It's a good phone. I don't have this issue with other apps. I've never had this issue with Poshmark. I've never had this issue with, not more than normal, I would say. Every now and then Poshmark glitches because it is what it is. Every app glitches every now and then. But none of my other apps glitch at this level, whether they're reselling related, whether they're social media, whatever they may be. So I think I'm just really irritated. I wanted to make a video mostly to vent because I'm just so aggravated. I'm aggravated that I wasted my time, not only now when I'm tired, I have other things to do. I have to pack. Like, I'm going away for a week. I'm going out of the country for a week, which I'm so excited about, but like, I could have used this time for something else. I thought it would be productive. I thought I would clear out and make some money. And then I rescheduled it for tomorrow, but I might cancel it for tomorrow and just like say, screw it, I'm gonna wait till I get back in the States. I mean, the nice thing is I've already sort of sectioned out what I want to have in my first show. And then part of me is like, maybe I just bring the Levi's to Plato's and see if they want them, and then split it with my coworker that way. I mean, she could have done that too, but she did give them to me. And in all fairness, I really did think they would fit because she gave me, I think 5 pairs. I think 2 are 29s, which is the size I wear in my PacSun jeans, but I guess my PacSun jeans aren't like true cotton, like the really stiff material. She gave me 127, which I was like, well, if the 29 didn't work, that's not going to work. And then a couple like 32s, which were too big. So I guess I'm a 30 in Levi's, maybe a 31 depending on the size or the style or the cut. So yeah, I guess I am finishing 2022 with the attitude of I hate reselling. Reselling sucks, which I've kind of felt that way for a long time, but I haven't fully vocalized it. But I'm really, really aggravated, and I don't really get this aggravated that easily. So yeah, I just thought I'd give fair warning to anyone else who might be thinking along the same lines as me. If you're going to use WhatNot to just clear out your inventory and you just want to start it on your desktop, don't. Use your phone and the desktop preview will look great. Could look great and then go crazy. Maybe it's me, maybe it's my computer, and that's not WhatNot's fault, but like, why can't you just toggle between phone and desktop? Phones die, laptops glitch, and then you lose everything. You lose all your listings. Everything you imported isn't backed up in some drafts folder or something. Like, really? I mean, Poshmark even will save a draft for you, or at least give you the option to save a draft automatically. So yeah, that's it. Happy holidays, everybody. We'll all get through it together. And I will see you soon, maybe with another update about how this whole clear out process goes. Maybe with an IKEA tour. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to keep making videos, but I just really felt like I should follow up since I thought I would just, host a Poshmark live show and clear it all out. Wishful thinking. Bye.